Avui rebem a l'Eurovisiu a Gjon, representant de Suïssa, Eurovisió 2021, amb la cançó Tout l'univers. Welcome, Gjon. How are you?
Hello, I'm fine, and you? How are you?
We're
Great.
so fine.
Happy to have you here.
Yes, of course.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here too.
We're so
That's
honored, of course. So we'll start with the questions.
Yeah, the first one is, well, let's go to the first step of this Eurovision trip, which is getting internally selected for Switzerland in 2020. How were you contacted and internally selected to represent the country?
So when I finished The Voice, I had that period of my life. I mean, I'd had those moments after The Voice, you know, when there are 6 million people watching you on TV every week, and then nothing. You can see like the I mean, and also yourself, your I mean everything, like it looks like you are so much interest, and then it's sometimes hard, and it's gonna be the same with Eurovision. Whatever I mean, if I win or if I finish the last one, it will be the same. It's all because it's not like more than 200 million people watching you all the day. So it's like I was at that moment where I was low in my energy and like everything, and then a Swiss duet called Alios contacted me per Instagram, and they told me, yeah, we saw you on The Voice, we love your voice, and we would like to make a writing camp with you. And I said, okay, let's do this. And so I didn't know them, and when I arrived at the camp, they told me, so that's a camp organized for Eurovision, but you're not forced to apply your song. And I was like, okay. And they did it right, because if they told me since the beginning per message, I'm not sure that I would have been there, because I would say to myself, oh, there is another show, oh, again, like, you know. And I said, okay, now I'm here, so let's see what comes next. And so the next day, we started to work, and Répondez-moi came quite really fluently and quite fast. And when we did the song, I was thinking, doubting, and I applied the song for the Swiss international selection 1 hour before the deadline. I was like, okay, like, because of doubting, I was like, yeah, no. And finally I said, okay, let's apply, because they will never take me, because it's a French song, because it's not a radio song, because it's not a slow song in a meaning of we can dance, you know, like this. It's like really like just a slowed song, like a song that has been like you know.
Yes.
And like and I said, okay, let's just try and we will see. And actually I finished at the so they did like quite a lot of selection. First, I think we were 400, between 400 and 600 people to send a song. And then they did it like how can I say that? They arrived 51st, 21st, and then the top 10 first of the thing. And yeah, it's when we were 10, we had to sing the song live in front of us, in front of a camera that will send that video sent to a jury. And yeah, and I finished at the first place.
Okay, that's great. So was Eurovision like a thing that you wanted to do before, or did it come as a whole new thing for you?
I dreamed of Eurovision when I was younger, because I mean, I concretely dreamed in a way that I discovered Eurovision because I was looking for a movie with my brother and my cousin. And so when we arrived at the Swiss channel that were broadcasting the Eurovision show, I was looking at that and I was like, oh, what is this show? Okay. And then when I saw Aurela Gace, it was in 2011.
Yes.
I
Yes.
was like, oh my god, like a really, really big famous Albanian singer in the Swiss TV. What is this show? And then I realized that it was like I realized that it was like a show where every country were sending the best singer they have every year, and like it's like, okay. And I remember that after the show, I went to bed and I dreamt of winning the Eurovision show, and I didn't know what to say, so people were like, "Ooh," and it was like, yeah. And then I never really followed Eurovision, and sometimes it happens. For example, when I was in vacation in Portugal, I listened to Salvador Sobral, and I was like, "Oh, what's the song? What's this song?" And I watched into YouTube, and I saw that it was a Eurovision song, and I was like, "Oh, okay, let's see the others." And I saw the other songs, and it was always like this. Or, for example, I don't remember. I think I heard Christian Kostov, "Beautiful Miss."
Yes, Bulgaria.
From Bulgaria.
Yeah, Bulgaria. Again, same thing on the radio, and I was like, "Oh, what's this song?" And so, and when I arrived at the channel, then I was like, "Okay, I listened to that song. Okay, let's see the others." And then but I was never a fan, but I was never like, "Oh no, I don't like you." It was
Okay.
always like it was always like a coincidence when I was going on to it. But then I was really interested to know what were the other countries, if I would like the other countries, and yeah.
Okay.
And once Réponds-moi was out, it was a massive hit and one of the fan favorites to win the Eurovision last year. But then it was cancelled, the Eurovision. How did it feel to you, like feeling that you were one of the favorites to win and suddenly it was over?
First, I was not understanding the situation, because 1 week before they told me that it was cancelled, they told me for sure it will happen. We have quite 7 possibilities to make it, something like this. So I was like, okay, like a lots of option to do it. So I was like, okay, sure, nice, cool. And when they called me next week and they told me, so it's cancelled, I was like, no, you told me that it's 7 possibilities. So what is this announcement? So I was like just trying to understand it. And then I really realized it when I was in front of the Eurovision China Light show at home. And I was like, I shouldn't be here in front of my TV with my pajama, eating, I think I was eating a pizza or something. I was like, what am I doing here, I should have been on the other side of the screen, and I was like, then I was really frustrated, and also, people are telling me it's another Eurovision experience for you. No, I mean, it looks like it's my first one, because for me, releasing a song and releasing a video, it's a normal process for an artist.
Yes.
I mean, but what makes it different for me it's really the live of Eurovision. So that's why it's like that show of 4 hours of fireworks, colors, LED screen, props, lights, yeah, like crazy stuff. And for me, that's the thing for me that represents Eurovision. So I was so frustrated, and then I had to forget that and to start like the new song.
Yes. So I think it was the same like for us, like, oh, we shouldn't be watching Europe China Light. We should be watching Eurovision, and we should be watching all the artists live. So it was like so strange. But yeah, at the end, we are having Eurovision this year, so we are happy. So as for many repeating artists, you know that there's a lot of artists that are repeating this year. So presenting a second song the next year has been a complete challenge. So did you feel this pressure to make a better song?
Of course, clearly, yeah, of course, because the problem is that I knew that I would clearly less surprise, because people will, it's like there are some artists, like, when you listen to their voice, you're like, oh my god, the first time, and then when you're listening the album, you're like, okay, so that's not all the time the same, but it's like, okay, now I get used to the voice, and that's something that could happen. So I was super scared of that, and I was like, I realized that I surprised a lot of people with, of course, with my high voice, but with my voice in general. And so I was really frustrated that I had to come back with another song. And then I said, if I have to come with another song, then I need to do it. I just need to follow myself. I need to stay authentic, to stay sincere, and that's why I came with a song that still represents me. For me, what was important, a lot of people told me, yeah, why didn't you come back with an up-tempo song? Why didn't you come back? From last year to this year, honestly, I don't have the feeling that I changed so much, because for me, what changes me, it's meetings with people. It's like experiencing things about life, friendship, meeting new people, making trips, going to other countries. Yeah, those life experience changed me, and makes me like, yeah, it makes me different.
Yes.
And that's why, of course, I changed a bit, because this situation, impacted us a lot. But the thing is that I wanted to stay myself, and stay authentic. So that's why people are like saying, oh, you did another Répondez-moi. It's like, it's just me. It's just the way I am. And I wanted to come back with a song that will answer Répondez-moi, because Répondez-moi was a lot of asking ourselves questions.
Mhm.
And I wanted to come back with a song that will represent me. And and it's not because it's a special format that it means you need to be in the format, like yeah, so you need to shine and to have like fireworks, as I said. And like, really, a lot of people also, for some countries, Eurovision, it's not like, for example, in Switzerland, it's not like the thing, so because they're telling, yeah, it's a bit kitsch. I don't know if we say that in English, kitsch.
Yes.
But
Yes.
yeah, like they're like, yeah, it's a bit kitsch. But of course, it's a little bit kitsch. This show is here since 1956. Which show has been lasting so long? No, none of them. So it's like just crazy how they can reinvent themselves, and how they, of course, they had some periods, like when you see like the beginning of 2000, of course, it's another area. Like, it's not the same music mood. It's not the same at all. But it's normal. It's like in the music industry, when you're listening to Spice Girls, it's not the same. It's not the same production as today. And I think now Eurovision is again starting to be, since years, it's starting to be again something that it's not kitsch anymore, because they showed that they could show a lot of things and different things. And also because people of today and realize that the music of before is something that we don't have. It's not like, okay, it's good, now let's change, now it's 2010, okay, it's good, now we are listening a
Yes.
lot to old songs back.
Yes.
We are, so I
It's
think
back on
that's,
the trend, no?
yeah, exactly. So that's why also I think it's a really good thing for Eurovision too,
Hmm.
and I hope it will take more people to be
Yes,
interested in, because
for
it's a
sure.
cool concept.
Yes.
And in the Swiss selection for this year, was Tout l'univers your first and your main option, or because we know that there were other records, other songs, that was it the first you thought what's the best one, or there were any other favorites for you?
Univers was the first song of the first writing camp we did, and for me, the moment I realized that it was that song, I knew inside of me that it was that song.
Okay.
But of course, I have been really hesitating with another song that that I'm so excited to release soon, I hope, because but we need to record it again first. We need to record it again first and to find like to do the production. But that second song finished at the second place actually, with 0.1 points less.
Oh,
okay.
So they were really close.
That was a tie at least. So this year you have also teamed up with Sacha Jean-Baptiste, which will do the stage performance. So why did you choose her? Why did you decide to start working with her, like this year and also in 2020? Why did you choose Sacha Jean-Baptiste?
Because she's the queen. No, you know, I mean, like, I mean, I remember, it's funny, I remember the first souvenir I got from my delegation. They wanted to present me two people, a duet from Sweden and Sasha. And I had a Skype with this duet first, and I said to my head of delegation, "Hey, I don't want to meet the other. I know it's that. It's those people."
Oh,
okay.
and my head of delegation told me, "Wait, and just at least do a Skype with her. Just
give her a try. Give her a try."
Exactly. And I was like, okay. And I did that Skype, and I was like, okay, not like. I know it. I'm still with that duet, because I mean, she looks really strict sometimes, and she was a bit scaring me because I was like, maybe I will have no choice for the stage, and you know, I was really scared about that, because for me that was really important. And at least I meet them, like the two guys and Sasha, and like the same night, and I started with the two guys, and it's so impressive to see the difference between Skype and for real. And when I saw the project for real, I was really like, okay. And I had the feeling also they trying to convince my head of delegation, and I was like, that's me that I'm going to sing.
Yes,
so, no,
it's you that have to agree with it at the end.
So I just had that feeling, and so when I saw Sasha, first thing she said was, okay, Reto, the head of delegation, okay, now, John, I really want you to tell me what you want, what you like. And first question, like that was the first thing she said. And I was so happy because she listened to me in everything I wanted. And so I said after that meeting, it's her. Okay, sorry, I was stupid to say from the beginning that it's not gonna be her. And yeah, I mean, and that's why when I had to come back this year, I wanted to keep her because she's amazing. I love to work with her. She's really creative. And also, like, you know, for example, sometimes for Christian Kostov, for Beautiful Mess, for example, you see some special effects on the screen directly. It's not from the stage, it's on the screen. With Luca Heni, it was so intelligent to create different formats. Like, it was so cool. She always have amazing ideas, so that's why
and she also did iconic Eleni Fureira Fuego and also Tamta Replay and these amazing performances. So it will for sure it's a lucky, you're a lucky one.
Yeah, that Eleni Fureira, like, I mean, how can she sing and like yeah. Always when I see that, I'm like, oh poor girl. I'm like, oh my god, I think she.
So at the end of the day, it's you, the artist, who are giving the face in front of the audience. So do you think that regarding all the process, like choosing the song, choosing the artistic director, choosing the performance, do you feel like you have had enough freedom to decide for yourself what do you wanted?
Complete. I chose, I mean, not for some things. Like for example, when I had to come back, they told me we need more than 12 songs, and I was like, but why shouldn't we do like just why shouldn't we do like just 3 songs or 4 songs that we're really working a lot? And then and they told me no, we need it so we can do it with the jury, so they can really have the choice, and it's easier than just to have not so much songs. Anyway, there are some decisions that, I mean, I did it just because I needed to do it. I mean, and for me, at least, it was a super thing because, you know, I met so much different producers, writers, composers. So for me and for my career, that's just plus. That's just plus things, because so I have more contact. So super cool. But the problem is that it wasn't the most clever way to process. But anyway, and like there are some little things like this, some processing stuff that I didn't really have the choice. But like the song, of course, I mean, I couldn't choose the song. But for example, if I had one, I was like, no, this one we are not putting in the jury. I'm not proud of that song. I don't want that. They were like, okay, let's not put it. Or for example, I also said that I really want to represent me and my songs. I want to write my song. So when we received songs from outside, I always said, no, I don't want that, because no, not just because of that, because sometimes they, you know, if there is really a beautiful song, you never know. And I said, oh, I'm going to listen to them, but I'm just saying that they have to be open for changements if they need modifications. And at least they were just 2 songs. And those 2 songs, I mean, yeah, I mean, no, I wanted like to be my song because I'm representing myself. And for staging, I wanted I chose what I wanted for the clothing. For the clothes, I chose Evan et Benjamin, a Swiss brand that I love, and that I could choose, and that represents me, and that I'm super proud of wearing. What they're still working on it now, so I hope it will be finished quite soon. But yeah, so I wanted like to have people that I love around me. And also for Répondez-moi, for example, the movie, the video clip, you can see my grandmother, you can see my mother, my father, my brother, my best friend, people with who I make music, my my theater teacher, like every one of my like I really wanted what I wanted to do. I did it.
Okay, that's great. That's great to know, because you know there are sometimes artists that don't have this freedom to work with what they want. So it's great.
I know that there are some countries that have not that freedom. So I'm happy to have this freedom.
Okay.
So one of your biggest breakthroughs in Spain was being part of the Rocío show in Telecinco. We've already seen many Eurovision artists, but how were you first contacted by the TV and they said, why did they choose your song as a soundtrack of did they explain you?
No, I'm kidding. So yeah, they contacted me. I think it was a Thursday or something like this. But because I was like overbooked with the mail, I saw it on Friday. So one day after, I mean, they sent me on Thursday at night or something like this. But so I saw that mail on Friday. And it was written that in this mail, they used my song for the documentary. They asked me, and they wanted me to sing the song live. Okay, I'm going to explain the whole situation so you will understand. They asked me to sing that song live. And they told me, you are the only one we want in our show, because it's going to be one show and then the documentary, and then it's finished. And we want you for the opening. And I was like, so cool. I'm so happy to be to take part of this. And thank you, because I mean, I didn't expect such a support. And I was like, okay, let's go. And I do it with so much pleasure. And the only little problem is, like, they told me it's this Sunday, so in 2 days. So I was like, oh, I never performed the song live. I don't think I'm ready, but I will rehearse the whole Saturday. So Saturday I rehearsed a lot, and then on Sunday morning I went there. So I went there. They told me, the producer of that show told me, we love you so much. You are so unique for us, and for us, that's an honor you to be here. And I was like, no, that's for me an honor to be here because I love Spain, and especially, I mean, I have the feeling that I have a special connection with Spain, and especially with Madrid, because I mean, I was there 2 times or 3 times. I fell in love there. Anyway, like a personal story, but yeah, like it's just like I really liked yeah, that atmosphere, and the fact that sometimes people couldn't speak English. They were like, I remember I say water, I want some water, and she was like, no comprendido, something like this, and I was like, agua.
Oh my God.
And she was like, okay.
Okay.
And you know, and I was like, for me that was crazy, because, you know, I was like, how is it possible not to not to know what water is? But anyway, I was like, so, but I was so happy, and so I was so happy to do that show, but so stressed, like really stressed. And they
Yes.
told me, we will interview you. Okay. And so I do that, and they forgot to interview me. But anyway, I said like, okay, no worries. I had my song. I mean, I could sing it, but it's okay. And the translator was really angry. I mean, the translator was from their team, but he was like, that's not normal. You invite someone from Switzerland, you're not able to interview him, and you told him that you were gonna interview him, and you didn't do that. I was like, no worries, no problem. I'm so happy that I sing. That's enough. I mean, that's okay. He told me, no, that's not cool, but okay, that's really kind from you that you take it in like this. I was like, I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna fight. I mean, that's life. And he, like the commentator forgot me, and that's not a problem. I mean, that happens. That's not horrible. And then the problem is, like, I went back home, and 3 or 4 days after, I received 4 or 5 articles from a lot of DMs in Instagram, like, look what is written here. And I'm looking, and it's written, the new song of the documentary, Voila, from Barbara Pravi. And I was like,
Yes.
what? And you know, I was like, I mean, what? I mean, the problem is that they told me that they're gonna use just my song for the documentary.
Mhm.
And what was really weird is that, you know, I mean, it's a documentary of 3 hours or 4 hours. They can use any song they want. I mean, that's their documentary. But the problem is, like, they told me that they're gonna use just my song, and I was like, if you're just telling me we're gonna use your song, but also other songs, and also other songs from Eurovision, and also other songs from Eurovision in French, I mean, I would have think before, and I would maybe have say, okay, oh, so you're gonna also push the song of Barbara. That's really cool. But if you want me to come to sing your song live, maybe give me more time,
Yes.
so I can prepare something really nice. So I can prepare something with camera, as Barbara did. You know, she came with her camera guy and everything. Like, she prepared something, like the live she did,
Mhm.
and that was so cool. And so I'm so happy for her. But the problem is, like, when you're telling to someone we're gonna use just your song, why do you do that promise? Just say,
Yes.
we're gonna use your song, and that's all. Thank you, and I'm so happy, and that's the most beautiful day of my life, because I'm singing in Spain and I love that country, and that's okay for me. But why? I mean, the problem is that it's just that when I saw that, I was so angry that I made some Insta stories, and then I said, because I received some stupid messages, and I didn't explain the situation to everyone. So I said, okay, let's just excuse myself, and that would be easier. I will stop receiving
Mhm.
hate comments. And so, well, that's what I did. And I directly then send a mail to the production, and I asked my label to send a mail to the production to say, hey, that weren't so cool. When you're saying to someone, we're just going to pick you to make a live, and we're going to use your song, only your song from Eurovision on that show, like, just to respect what you did, what you were saying, or just not say it, and
Yeah.
it's okay too. And yeah, and that's the only problem I got here.
Okay.
But anyway, still, I love Spain. I mean, and you know, when I was there last time, I really thought, I mean, if I can really become big with music, I will maybe definitely live here, because I love Spanish. I love your food. I love I love your sun, like these sunny places
Yes.
that we don't have here in Switzerland. And yeah, and like yeah, but I should visit Barcelona maybe,
Yes, that's what I was
because for
Yeah.
going
the
to
moment.
say.
Thanks for your interview.
Thank
It
you
was
so
a
Thank
much.
pleasure
you.
to be here. And thank you to your viewers. And
Yes.
stay safe. Take care of yourself. It was a pleasure.